last things I wanted to bring up in this video is that we mentioned it earlier, Tom, about the 65%. Can you tell me a little bit about why 65%? And I believe that's how much is going to be held in real estate, correct? Just tell me a little bit more about that.
Yeah, and I would love to get some comments from Danny Kaye on parts of this, particularly when I get to mentioning about liquidity, because it's related to that. The 65-35, again, I want to put out there that it's plus and minus 15%, which means that as low as 50% of the value of the asset ledger could be in real estate, as high as 80% could be in real estate.
Okay, so it's like a sliding scale depending what's going on.
It's a sliding scale,
Okay.
but the target is 65-35. I'll say that the magic of 65, it's not really a magical number per se, but it's really based upon it being a very comfortable number in the real estate investing world. When I'm investing in a property, I don't like to invest more than 65% of the fair market value. Many banks won't invest when it comes to commercial real estate. They won't invest. They won't loan higher than 65% of the fair market value. And the reason why they have that hedge, that gap between the fair market value and what they'll lend, is so that if they have to come in and repossess that property, foreclose is the proper term. If they have to foreclose on that property, they have enough room in there to take back the property and sell it and get back the 65% of the value that they loan, and maybe there'll be some excess left over that they can give back to the original owner.
So in not to go off on a tangent, but okay, so Tom, basically you're looking at like the prime number, which anyone that's seen any of my past videos, they've heard me talk about LTV, or loan to value. When you're borrowing money, banks don't want to give you more than 65%, so you're going to get hit those fees and that higher interest. So you guys are following that same safe rule of thumb, or the DirtiCoin people, where they're focusing on making sure that whenever they purchase properties, that they're staying within that prime number, basically, where it's going to be it's going to be safe for anyone that buys DirtiCoin. That's who we're looking to focus on, right? Is to make sure that when you're buying DirtiCoin, the percentage of portfolio is protected. Is that right?
Yes, that's right, and that's kind of a peek underneath the covers, if you will. If you take it up a level, and this is where I wanted some input from Danny Kaye. It's my understanding that one of the big problems in a lot of cryptos is a lack of liquidity, and so I'm going to put something out there, and then I want Danny Kaye to respond to it, if you would. The notion at DirtiCoin, by having this 35% plus or minus, so it ranges anywhere from obviously 20 to 50%, having that much set aside to be liquid assets, is literally to be able to help if Anthony says, oh my gosh, I've got this hardship and I have to sell a bunch of DirtiCoin right now. If he were going to take that out on the open market, if it were one of these other cryptocurrencies that are these NFTs, he might have to take a real haircut on that and have to sell it at a loss to be able to get his money quickly. So the folks at DirtiCoin have set this up with this cash reserve. Number one, it helps them cover extraordinary operational expenses that might come up. But the other is that it provides this routine liquidity for where people may come in and say, hey, I got to sell some of my DirtiCoin. I want you to buy it back from me. Then the company buys it back at market value, and the person can get their cash, and they can go about what they need to do, and then they can come back tomorrow and buy it back if they want to buy some more back. So it answers those liquidity needs that a lot of crypto companies have difficulty meeting. It's just baked into the cake in the case of DirtiCoin.
Excellent.
So Danny, I wanted to put out to you. I don't have enough crypto experience to say, is that liquidity really a big deal in the crypto world?
It's interesting. It really depends from project to project, but I think in something with this type of goal and this type of execution, I think that 35% is a very solid kind of fail-safe, a good kind of back netting. Because you've seen, with issues when it comes to, a lot of people right now, and this might be a little off tangent here, but recently there's been this big kind of issue when it comes to algorithmic stablecoins. And I'm sure there's people out there right now asking, well, how is this just not an algorithmic stablecoin? Well, it's not. The value of it isn't based off of another crypto protocol. It's based off of actual real estate and a plethora of cash and liquid reserves that can help fund day-to-day and returning of assets. So it's, I would have to dig into the numbers a little bit deeper to see, like, will 35% be enough? That I don't know. I feel like maybe we might be a little early for me to make that definitive statement. But I think at the very least, it shows that their head is in the right space and they're really thinking about all the possibilities that could come down the pipeline to protect the people that are interested and invested in this project.
Absolutely. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to like and comment and smash that subscribe button for us. We want to grow this channel as big as we can.